YouTube, Woo! Mr. Kane coming at you live from the studio. Here are the questions for the day. Please pause the video and answer them now. Yep, here's the answer for number 3. So you should have said gas. Solid molecules are very compact and rigid. They don't move very much, whereas liquid are a little bit more jumbled up and less compact. And then gas are really spread out, and they also move very fast. So that's gas. Next, here's some announcements. I am updating grades today, and also tomorrow, Joe Biden is inaugurated into the presidency. So there may be protests and riots again. So just be careful. And if you have to go to the store tomorrow, I'll go today instead. Someone asked, are we going to learn more about plasma? No, not really. I had this video. You can look up, it's called Plasma, the boss of all states. Plasma is just very rare on Earth. It's very common in the entire universe because it's like what's made of stars, but it's not super relevant to chemistry, so we won't talk too much about it. Next, someone asked, what is gasoline made of? Gasoline comes from fossil fuels, so like ground up and refined fossils, and the chemicals are hydrocarbons, so like something like this. Someone asked, why do people in Japan live so long? So basically, scientists think it is because their diet is very healthy. So they eat lots of fish, and they also don't drink very much soda. They drink a lot of green tea. Also, they walk all the time. They get a lot more exercise than us because they don't really drive. They just take the bus and walk around. Also, they take care of their elderly. In Japanese culture, it's very important to take care of your elders. So older people live longer there too for that reason. Someone asked, will this class get tougher later on? Yes. The hardest this class will probably be at the end of this month when we do some algebra. Last one, are we going to do experiments with water? I don't have any experiments planned since we're online, but I'll try and come up with some where we can. One thing you can try, there's a rumor on the internet where you can make plasma by putting a grape in your microwave. The thing is, you shouldn't do it yourself because it'll really badly damage your microwave. But I just want to show you like an experiment that you, like something you could do at home. If you had a microwave you were going to throw away. So you cut this grape open, and then the grape is going to be vaporized. The water in it will be vaporized in the microwave. So then you cover it with a glass. So the molecules will bounce off each other. And then you'll see plasma. Plasma is basically like very hot gas, which could be like lightning or like the sun energy. Yep, okay. Next, today you should be able to categorize exothermic and endothermic chemical reactions. So just wondering, have you seen the words endo and exo before? Hint, think of animals and insects. You may have heard of the term exoskeleton and endoskeleton. So endoskeleton basically means your like skeleton is on the inside. Like your bones on the inside of your body, whereas exoskeleton is like the equivalent of bones for insects and arthropods on the outside. So exo, think of it, means outside. Endo means inside. Next, so we are going to be taking notes today. Please go to Tuesday, and the notes look something like this, and answer them as we go. So what you're going to learn about, by the end of the day, you should be able to answer, when I sweat, am I getting hotter or colder? Okay, so remember, endo means inside, and then the term therm means heat, like thermostat or thermometer. So endothermic means the heat goes inside. So something is absorbing heat. For example, like this microwave puts the heat inside the mashed potatoes. That would be endothermic. Mashed potato puts the heat in the food. That's endothermic. The heat is absorbed. That food will be endothermic. Whereas exothermic is the opposite. Exo means outside. So exothermic means heat is going outside. So boiling water. Boiling water is where the heat from the H2O molecules goes outside into the air. So the water, when water is boiling, it's not getting any hotter. All the hot water molecules are going to be going away into the air. So since the heat is escaping and going outside, it is exothermic. Since all the hot water molecules are escaping and going outside, exo. Now trying to explain the difference between endo and exothermic. You should notice that they are opposites of each other. Endo, the heat, the arrow should be going inside. Exo, the heat should be going outside. Next, when you have practice questions, here's my tip. Focus on the system. So the system is what we're focusing on. So the system is what I want you to look at, and then the surroundings are everything outside of it. So like you, if I said like the question's about you, you would be the system. Anything outside of you is the surroundings. Or if like your house was the system, anything outside your house would be the surroundings. Or if the system was the earth, anything outside of earth would be the surroundings. I'll show you why that will be important later. Next, I have a practice question for you. Endothermic, remember the system is absorbing heat, whereas exothermic, the system releases heat. So focusing on the ice cream, is this ice cream absorbing or releasing heat? And then answer in your notes, is the ice cream endothermic or exothermic? Next one, I have a little meme here. This is why it depends. So we have this little dog in a house that's on fire, and he says it's fine. Now, if we focus on the fire itself, if the system is the fire absorbing or releasing heat? If the system is a fire, is it exothermic or endothermic? Answer in your notes. Is the fire itself exo or endothermic? Here's my hint. Next one. Now, this is why it's important, because now the system is going to be the dog. Your answer might change here. Now that the system is the dog, is the dog absorbing or releasing heat? Note, even though the dog doesn't look like it, he is getting burned right now. He is getting very hot. So is the dog endothermic or exothermic? Last one. If it's Jordan Peele. If Jordan Peele is the person, is the system, is Jordan Peele releasing or absorbing heat? Here's my hint. When you sweat, you release hot water molecules. So is this exothermic or endothermic? Jordan Peele sweating. Exo or endo? There's my hint. That's the last thing. Once you think you got it, please hit turn in. Yep. And then take the attendance survey. And then once you do those two things, you're all good to go. Thank you so much for staying with me the whole time. Have a great day.